Safa, and Donovan.
You are now listening to The Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding. Brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding, Vans. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking six. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. We got Ants One and Richie behind the scenes.
It's a cool
Ghost. It's a holiday weekend here in Canada. We're moving a little bit slower. Bellies filled with turkey, but the show goes on. What we got cracking this week, man?
Big week, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all our Canadian listeners out there who be doing it early. Our homies in the States probably, just chirping us for having a different date, thinking theirs is the only one that matters. But we're gonna celebrate both this year, actually. Yeah. We figured that out.
Yeah.
When Frost was chirping. But huge week. Braydon Szafranski, taking us back to our childhood, the days of This Is Skateboarding, Baker 3, and all that. And of course, still killing it to this day. Somewhat of a manny god, you could say.
Sure.
Great to chat with Braydon. Just a triple OG in the game at this point. Then we take him, straight to the post office, and of course, wrapping it up with some NFL talk. You know what I'm saying? The rundown, baby.
That's how we do it. This week, me, the Ghost, and a van full of our friends are driving down to Cincinnati for Thursday night football. Bengals and Steelers. I don't know who Save is going to be cheering for. He's going to have a T. Higgins jersey on, but he's going to be cheering for Pittsburgh. So not sure how that's going to go. But we got a massive announcement for our football fans out there, all the skate listeners, football fans. Ghost, what do we have for the people, man?
Huge contest. It's been a while since we've actually had a contest, so really hyped to give our listeners kind of a more niche pocket of our listeners, but the NFL fans who also skate, we're going to be giving away 2 tickets so you and a friend can go to an NFL game of your choice. How crazy is that?
Well, your team. Your team.
Oh.
You choose the team.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can go to any game you want. You know what I'm saying? Go root for your team, whoever that may be. All you got to do is let us know which game you want to go to. But it's very simple. Hard post. I know everyone's too shy to hard post these days. Give us a hard post on Instagram. Your best skate clip of yourself in a football jersey. Simple.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Hard post the clip. Tag at NFL Canada at the Bunt Live. Me and Safa, we're going to go through all the entries. We're going to pick our 2 favorites. Not the 2 best tricks. Our 2 favorites. And then we'll let the people decide, I don't want anybody to say they chose him for this reason, We're going to give y'all 2 options, and we're going to have a vote. And that's it. You're going to watch your favorite NFL team. I just stressed that because I don't want anybody trying to hit us up for some Super Bowl tickets or, some championship tickets or something like that. Not trying to, put us into bankruptcy
season.
Over here. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you gotta specify these things. How long they got?
Let's give them 2 weeks from the day they hear this, which is Wednesday, October 15th. So the deadline will be October 29th. So the tickets will be for any time after that. So once we have our winner, we'll figure it out with them. But yeah, we're also going to pick our 2 favorites. It doesn't have to be the best trick. Me and Donald, trick selection, style, all of that matters. So our 2 favorite clips we will pick, and then the people will decide on the final winner. We'll put a poll up in the story and decide it that way. I can't wait to see these entries.
I can't wait.
Any game.
Wait,
oh,
woo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna enter.
Football jersey clips. Yeah.
I'm entering. I'm gonna have my jersey on in Cincinnati all week long, man, trying to get something for the people.
And what game would you want to go to?
I would want to go to I'd probably pick a Rams game. Head down there, SoFi Stadium. Fly down to LA, check a game. It'd be sick because then I get a reason to go to LA, dude. We're already going to Buffalo. Crazy. We're going to see the best game of the year in Buffalo. I don't need to go there. I'm picking LA.
So I was talking about me wearing a T. Higgins jersey cheering for the Steelers, but he gets an opportunity to go to any game he wants, and he's not going to Detroit. He's not going to Buffalo. He's going to a Rams game.
We're already going to those games.
Yeah,
we're already going to Buffalo and Detroit.
Where's your loyalty,
Christ's
man?
Sake.
Just kidding.
Jesus. All right. Anyways, NFL contest. Post your clips. Let's see them. We're sending someone to an NFL game, man. That's a big day in Studio Week. So make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Bunt Live so you can vote on this stuff. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/@thebunt. Hit us up on our Patreon, patreon.com/thebunt. Our website, thebuntlive.com. Every episode logged for your listening pleasure. They're all on YouTube too. Go back and watch them all. Ghost, you do the dirty work so we don't have to. It is the Ghost shout out of the week. Let's hear it, baby.
You already know what time it is. Shout out of the week brought to you by The Den, where the mission is to fight back against short attention spans and extend the life of skate videos. Just because you already saw the ender 10 times on Instagram doesn't mean the video isn't worth your time. The Den invites you to stop scrolling, take a deep breath, and set aside some time to actually watch a skate video. The Den, where the best skate videos live in their full glory, available for free on iPhone, Android, the web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. All right, D Jones, this week, as the parts continue to rain down upon us, the Death Wish camp dropped a banger on us. No Jamie Foy in there, actually. Is he cooking up for another Sodi push next year?
Man,
but anyways,
dude.
For now, bro, Sean O'Connor, our boy Pedro Delfino, always killing it. Chris Athens, wasn't familiar with him, came in hot, beasting some ollie impossibles, like whoa all over the place, some wall rides and shit. But curtains went to Yuri, who he's officially put his hat in the Sodi race. I don't think I've ever seen a hard flip balanced front nose grind on anything, let alone the top of a picnic table. Yuri, one of the most entertaining, literally never know what his next clip is going to be. It's always something mind-blowing. Hats off to the whole Death Wish squad. Great video.
That's what's up, man. Death Wish, Yuri, always killing it. Pedro, love to see that shit. All right, Ghost, there's only one thing left to do before we get into this interview. We're going to remind the people one more time. Get their skate clips in their NFL jerseys. Post them. Tag us. We want to send someone to the game. We're super excited about this contest. But we got to get this interview popping. There's only one thing left to do. And we're talking NFL. And that just makes me want a cold beer. You know what I'm saying? Shoot me, because I want a cold beer before we get this thing popping. I'm going to head over to Danny's. They got screens up now. They got NFL. They got pizza. College West, Clinton and College. Get over there. The coldest beer in the world served up at Danny's Pizza. Y'all know what to do. Ghosts, let's get this interview popping, man.
Last thing, sorry. One more thing. In the spirit of the NFL, just a major shout out, to our boy, Cairo Foster. Blessed the official Steelers Crocs. Dono, I don't know if you hit him for a box yet, but I had to.
I got my Bills ones, but they're downstairs. Why didn't you tell me we were doing this?
Yeah, my bad. I forgot last week. But Donald's got his Bills ones. I got my Steelers ones. Cairo, we love you. Hope to kick it with you in person soon. Thank you. Braydon, what's up, baby?
Let's fucking rock and roll. After a little bit of turbulence, we are super excited to have Braydon Szafranski in the building. What's cracking, man? And happy belated birthday.
It's not even belated. It's Friday. So
You're planning ahead. You're partying ahead.
It's not even partying ahead. It's just been one hell of a week.
That's what's up, man. Well, super happy to have you on the show. I don't know if you've listened to any interviews before, but we start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
My favorite skate moment? Every day. Literally just as long as you're on a skateboard, it's the best skate moment ever. And then what was the second part?
Sports moment. You a sports guy?
Sports moment? No, definitely not.
Dude, I saw you
I don't give a shit.
ringing the horn at the Las Vegas Golden Knights game.
Well, I mean, go Knights, go.
That's awesome, man. But do you have a sports moment, or was that it? Did I say it?
No, I grew up my whole life in an athlete and just in everything I could, but I never. The beautiful part about ADHD and craziness, nothing sticks with you. You just keep going forward.
Oh, show.
So you have no sports memories of being an athlete yourself in any sport growing up?
Well, a touchdown, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about football. I don't care about basketball. I don't care about baseball. The best sports moment I can remember was Brandon Beeble said, hey, let's go to this game. And he took me to, which I've been to a lot of Lakers games, but we went to Kobe Bryant's last game.
Oh, hell
ever.
yeah.
And
dude, that's a perfect
it
one.
It was hilarious to watch because we've met him a million times. Super sweetheart. But that one was like fantastic because even the other team was like, I have the ball. And they would just hand it to him and just let him. And then he would go for a dunk and everybody's like. So it was just a beautiful day.
That's pretty special, man.
Yeah, that is a special day.
Beat the Jazz, put up 60. Legendary.
Yeah, I think it was 60 or 57 points or something.
No, 60 on the dot, man. And they got the W. I watched that one from home.
Yeah, that was a fun game. We were sitting right there just going, what the fucking Lord? And it was just beautiful to watch the other team not even be bumped. They were just going, Kobe has the ball. Let him do what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
You said you met Kobe before?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Wow.
Met him and his daughter. They used to come to a lot of the Maloof money cups. And we would get courtside a lot of times through Nike and everything else. So they would always come up and shake our hand because we'd be with like Costin or somebody else, and everybody rode for Nike. So they'd walk up and they would always shake our hands. And
That's awesome.
Somewhere, don't know where, have photos with me and him.
Wow.
Got to go through my library.
That's wicked.
That's wicked, man. That's my favorite athlete of all time. So back to skating. Take us back to the beginning, man. Where did you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sorry, my voice is pretty hectic. Neckface was in town the last couple of days. We went a little too gnarly. I got into skating because my older brother, when I was 11, he started skating maybe like 6 months before me. And my dad, he built hotels and he was a full carpenter. And him and my brother built a bunch of ramps in our driveway. And I was obsessed with soccer and pretty much all sports, soccer and baseball. And then I learned how to ollie. And the day I learned how to ollie, I was like, it's all done. This is it. And then I remember I landed my first kickflip and I was like, fuck you to everything. This became my life.
That's hilarious. Classic.
Yeah, it changes pretty quickly from being like obsessed with sports and that shit to skateboarding just completely taken over, man.
Yep. 100%.
So what would you consider your first big break in the skate industry? Like, what was the moment that things started to change for you?
I had a couple breaks, which was Kenny Anderson, my first real skateboard that I got. He worked at the skate shop and he set it up for me. I walked in. I was just a little 11 or 12-year-old. And this guy was working behind the counter. I asked him what I need, and he set me up on the perfect board, which was Kenny. And maybe around 14, he was like, "You're fucking mentally insane. You don't have to worry about boards anymore. I got you." And
Crazy.
he started taking care of me and doing everything. And then when I moved to LA, I ran away at 17, and I was sleeping in my car. Fuck, I can't remember why am I spacing the photographer's name? But I was sleeping at his house.
Oh, I think
and
you're talking about Jamie Owens.
Yeah, Jamie Owens. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's been a long week. So I was sleeping at Jamie Owens' house, and I woke up around 10:30 in the morning, and Jamie was just staring at the TV like this. And I go, "What's going on?" And he just tells me to come over. And the Twin Towers are on fire, and then they fall down. And he goes, "Dude, this is a big deal." And my brain, not even knowing anything, I go, "Hey," he said, "you want to go to Beverly High? It's across the street." And I went to Beverly, and he's like, "I guess let's get our minds off of it." We went to Beverly High, at backsmith at 12. And then as soon as I did that, my board broke afterwards on like the third time I did it. And my homie picked me up, and we were driving down Melrose. Oh, no, we were walking down Melrose looking for a skate shop. And there was a guy driving down the street in an Escalade, and he was honking the horn and screaming, "America, America," and had an American flag out of this, whatever. And he was driving by. We went, "That's Chad Muska." Holy shit. And we were still walking for a skate shop. And right then, like maybe a couple blocks later, Muska was skating down the street holding an American flag. And that was the day that everything changed, because he was like, "What up?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm looking for a skateboard or a skate shop," and da-da-da. And he goes, "Oh, I know of one right here." And we go, "Didn't you grow up in Vegas? Like, we have this mutual friends." And he goes, "Yeah, we knew all the same mutual friends." He goes, "You have a skate video?" And I go, "It's weird. I have it in the car, in my homie's car." He put it in fucking right there in the skate shop. Literally, the first trick was just the backsmith. As soon as it happened, which was only a few hours before that, he pressed pause and goes, "Do you have any sponsors?" I go, "No." And he goes, "All right, you ride for Circa, Shorties, fucking Ghetto Child." And that was my beginning right then.
Wow.
That's an insane story.
That's insane.
Man.
So I understand that a lot of people hate 9/11, which we all do. But to me, that was the day that changed everything for me.
In a different way. Wow, that's a wild one. Well, let's just rewind back a little bit. You mentioned running away when you moved to California. What was going on to have you run away from Vegas and get your ass to Cali?
I just knew since I was like 12 years old, the day that I picked up a skateboard. I'll never forget being in maybe 6th or so grade, and them asking everybody in the class what they're going to do. And I said, "I'm going to be a pro skateboarder." And my teacher laughing and telling me, "How many pro skateboarders are there in this world?" And back then I was like, I don't know, maybe 150, 200 in the whole world. And she goes, "And you think you're going to be part of that 200? I go, "No, I think I'm going to be part of the fucking top 3. And them just laughing. And I just remember going, "No, you can talk shit all you want. I already know what I'm going to do." And that was what I did. Like, I became what I wanted to be. Didn't become the top 3, but I became where I wanted to be. You know what I mean?
You're fucking knocking on the door, that's for sure. So what happened? You just packed your bags and moved to Cali?
No, my mom knew, and she knew what I wanted to do, and she knew what I was going to do anyways. And I gave her the option. So when I turned a senior, my birthday's October 3rd. It's October 1st today. And school back in those days started September 24th. And I gave her the option, what are you going to do? Because the day that I turn 18, I'm going to fucking leave regardless. Or I'm going to leave now. She was like, well, I'm going to turn my back, and whatever you do, you do. And I just took off it a year before that and just went to LA at 17, which to me it's totally normal. It's weird because now that I have nephews, and I'm like, you guys are little fucking girls. They're 17, 18, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, the world is so scary. And I'm like, bitch, we were fucking out doing our thing at your age, dealing with real fucking gangsters, dealing with whatever. You guys are just little girls now.
You weren't scared of them Cali streets, eh?
Shit, so where did you land when you got to Cali? Like, where did you end up?
Right off the 10 freeway by Culver City, right behind this Vaughn's. And then I got kicked out of there after 2 weeks. And after that, I just told my mom and everybody, oh yeah, I still live there. But the whole time I was just sleeping in my car for about 8 months. And then
Damn.
I was sleeping in Venice Beach. I had this one tree. And if I parked under that tree, it literally fucking shaded me so I can sleep till like 8 a.m. instead of being awake at 5.
Yeah.
I did that for about 8 months, and then come to Savior again. Kenny Anderson asked me to move to Redlands, California, because he had a empty house that Joey Brzezinski and Brian Edwards, the Bleshin, were living in. And me and Bleshin would rock, paper, scissors for who got the couch. And we would sleep on the floor and the couch every night. And then after a few months of that, Anthony Mosley was constantly coming in. And I was in LA back sleeping in my car. And Anthony Mosley, I ran into him at a skate spot and he goes, where are you sleeping tonight? And I go, oh, just in my car. And he goes, I just got a new place. I'm just got on this team bootleg. Come stay the night. And I was like, all right, cool. So he was like, you can take a shower here and stay the night and whatever. And I come in, took a shower, and I'm sitting there, I'm drinking a beer. I'm probably maybe 17, 18. And then the door all of a sudden just gets slammed open. And it's Eric Ellington, Andrew Reynolds, and Trainwreck. And Andrew apparently just got kicked out of his house that day. And he's like, we're sleeping over here. And they were, the whole thing about Baker and all of our companies were, we grew up with Bowie, which I respect. I think that the world's a bunch of little pussies nowadays. They need Bowie. And they Bowied the shit out of me all night long. And by the next day, they were like, this dude fucking drank with us all night and out-smoked us and out everything. And like, do you want to go to a party? And I went to this party with them. The next day after that, they were like, so you ride for shorties, huh? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but Sam Baptista and everybody don't really like me. I'm just on flow. And he goes, well, do you want to ride for Baker? And I was like, all right, I guess I'm on Baker. And then I called Chad, and Chad was mad as fuck at me. A couple months later, he called me back and he goes, that was the best move you ever did.
Yeah. I mean, if the rest of the team wasn't vibing, then makes sense.
That was that. And then I think it was 2002, the day after New Year's. They asked me if I wanted to ride for America and whatever. And it was just, so everything started from 9/11 to 2000, literally 1 year later. It was all just a dream.
That's fucking
Crazy.
wild, man.
What was the evolution of your clothes did it change from like riding for Circa and shorties and everything? Were you on some baggy shit at the time?
It wasn't the evolution of my clothes. It was, I've been a rocker my whole life. And I'll never forget when I was with Andrew and Ellington and everybody else, they went through my CD case and they went, "Do you know what rap is?" And I was like, "No." And they were like, "Dude, you're just straight up a rocker." Like, and I wore the same thing since I was a kid, 501 Levi's.
Mm-hmm.
And a fucking t-shirt. And that was it. I was just a skater. And then as I started getting, finally, for the first time in my life, money, I was like, wait a minute, I can actually buy shit. Like, I can buy shirts, I can buy pants, I can buy whatever. And they're giving me free shoes and they're giving me whatever. So fuck it.
When you started getting those checks, was there a first big purchase you made?
Yep. Very first check that ever came in, it was a $500 check. I walked over to my 5 best friends who we were raised together since we were little, like 12 years old. We all lived together. We were all fucking hood rats and whatever. And I said, I'm buying an ounce of weed and an ounce of mushrooms. Let's get fucked up.
Shit.
That was my first big purchase of my life.
That's fucking sick, man.
We'd never seen an ounce of anything. All of us were like this. Oh my God, I've never seen this much weed.
Who was the $500 check from?
America. First check I ever got.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Had your Terry Kennedy moment, shaking the check.
Pretty much.
That's what you get.
So you burst onto the scene in This Is Skateboarding, instantly making yourself a household name in the skate industry. Then Kids in America and Baker 3 to follow. What was that time frame like, skating with those guys and getting acquainted with the squad and dropping 3 parts in such a short time?
Well, as I said, we all grew up bullies. We got bullied and we like to bully. You can't ride for Baker or any of those teams if you can't talk shit or get shit talked to you. If you can handle the bullshit, you were part of the squad. And we would just sit around and make fun of each other all day long. We'd get in the van and just bully each other. If somebody said something, you had a good response right back. Everybody fucking laughed in his face. And then he'd come back and then, and it was just nonstop. But nobody had any aggression towards each other. So I can't really explain it more than like, it was bliss. We were just all bros, all broing down and acting like brothers together.
Sounds like a good time, man. This Is Skateboarding, probably my favorite one of your parts, gotta say. Came out with a bang, stuck in my head. I love the song. Couple kickback lips. Fucking G shit.
That one was my disappointment of video parts.
Really? How come?
You couldn't stop me. I loved big handrails. I loved going as big as I could. They were talking about giving me the part before Andrew. And then 3 months into filming, I tore my ACL.
Oh, shit.
And we were 4 days away from leaving to Europe. And Spanky and Herman left for 3 months. And they ended up filming these great video parts. So that whole video part was filmed from January 2nd all the way through March. And I was just so disappointed because, one, I thought I was going to be kicked off the team. You know what I mean? I thought it was over with. Mm-hmm. Because, and I thought I worked my life away to finally get where I am. And now my knee's broken and I can't do anything anymore. And it just mentally kind of broke me for a while.
Damn. Yeah, no, I feel you.
I ended up having what I consider a good part, but sharing a part with Leo and Matt Allen was kind of disappointing. Nothing against them. It was they were still on flow, and I was actual amp at the moment. And now I have to share a part and not have my big shine. And it was heartbreaking to me. But everything worked out in the end. It just was one of those, damn. I still look back and go, I wish it could have been different, but it happened.
No, yeah, I definitely didn't know that. That's always a bummer, thinking about what could have been, especially on a 3-month Europe trip. Your part obviously would have looked a lot different. But not knowing that, like I said, I always loved that part. It always stood out to me. So still killed it.
Thank you.
At the time, ACLs were kind of gnarlier. I feel like now it's more routine. What was rehab like back in those days?
4 ACL tears to the same knee now.
Jeez.
So pretty much every time I've wanted to get somewhere big, that thing tears. And it's been an absolute nightmare, but I've learned that, it is what it is, and you just have to learn to deal with it. If you can become friends with your doctor and be on a routine, then it generally doesn't happen. But the problem is that, like, once you've torn it once, it's so easy to just be back into another 9 months of what the fuck. And now I have to take a month or 2 off. The first 3 weeks, you're not walking. Then you're sitting in the chair. Then you finally get back into rehab. Then you're doing this for like 2 months. Then it's just baffling. And then by the time that you even feel confident, again, you're 9-10 months in, and you look at a handrail and you go, no, do I want to fucking deal with that again? And then I get people all the time. Yeah, you've had so many stages. You did big handrails. Now you're a tech skateboarder and you're this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I love handrails. I love the fear factor. But I also don't like sitting around for fucking 6 months when I can figure out how to do the most technical trick I've ever done in my life and now push what people would call a Hessian or whatever, because I'll be a tech fucking whatever. Me and Day One talk all the time on just pure principle of like, yo, you dress the way you dress, but you're doing tricks that, holy shit, manual skaters can't even do.
Yeah, you got to adapt with the injuries. 100%. Can't be just jumping down huge rails forever.
It's also a pussy mentality. Because a real champion wouldn't give a shit and they'd still do big handrails.
Yeah. But not everyone's built like that. Nigel's going to be skating rails till he's like 60, but
I that's what I'm saying. I watch his slams and I'm like, good for this motherfucker. He's a beast.
So obviously riding for Baker America now, you talk about, you guys aren't necessarily bullies, but you like to chirp each other and all that.
No, we're bullies.
Out of everyone, who was the most intimidating on the team?
Jim Greco. One, hands down. Jim Greco never accepted, in the 15 years I rode for Baker, he never accepted me as riding for Baker.
Damn.
He would constantly go like this, you don't ride for us. I don't fucking...
Yeah,
wow.
That's crazy.
Jim Greco was always, hands down, the gnarliest dude that, like, you can be around and you were like, do I have to watch what I'm saying? Or I don't get this Italian fucking aggression.
Damn,
funny,
15
man.
years of that? Never any props? Did you ever land a trick and get props or anything?
Oh, no. Jim would be like this. Cool. Did that in my sleep.
Damn, maybe he didn't like that. You were nollie backside flipping shit too, man. Too close.
Apparently, he had something against blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
Funny.
Can you tell us about the night Baker turned you pro and the story behind the misspelling on your first board, man? That's crazy. Did Jim Greco, was he behind that?
No, definitely not. You guys ready for a long story?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, let's get it.
That's why we're
That's
here.
what we're here for.
All right. Well, that story starts back to me being in Australia. I went there for a month and then changed my flight, ended up staying for 3 months. Right before flights would, or you couldn't, whatever it's called, your visa, me and Balala or whoever would like go to Tasmania or somewhere for a couple days so I can come back. And then next thing I know, it was like years pretty much have passed where I was just there. And I kept getting this phone call from Robin Flemings. She ran Baker. She's the creator. She's the everything. And she kept calling me, hey, you need to come home. So I'd miss my flight again and then stay another month or so. And then after, like, this happened multiple times. Then finally, they said something. I can't remember what it was, but they finally got me on a plane. And I get on the plane and I fly home, and Chad Musk is waiting there at the airport, and he's holding a sign, Szafranski. I'm just laughing. And we get in the car, and he takes me out to dinner. And we get shit-faced. I'm talking about, like, beyond drunk.
Mm-hmm.
This is back in Chad's party days.
Okay.
And so, and we're not talking about a small place. We're talking about, it was the most expensive sushi spot in Katana. If you ever look up Katana, LA, most expensive sushi spot in LA. We're getting pints of this thing that they call the passion fruit or something like that. And it's just ridiculously strong. We have a ton of those. And it's like 9 o'clock at night. And he goes, oh, I have to stop by Brooklyn Projects. I have to grab something. And it's me, him, and my best friend, Eric Hamoda. We stop at Brooklyn Projects. Lights are all off. Open the door. Lights turn on. Everybody's standing there. and then I turn pro right then. And there's these girls that have Braydon right here and Szafranski across their ass and whatever. And it was just, we were like, I could barely stand at this point. Everybody's pouring fucking Budweisers all over my head. I was completely drenched. Robin got fired maybe 3 weeks or a month before this. But her last thing that she did was set up my party. She was like, that's the last thing I want to do. So she set the whole thing up. But Andrew only had one responsibility. And that was to design my board. And he spelled my name wrong. And there was about 100 and there was about 150 boards made for the party. And that's the only ones that exist in history.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So to all those people, I still have two. My dad has one. My older brother has one. My 5 best friends have one. And then people still to this day, fans are like, I found one online. I paid $1,000 for it.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Or whatever they paid for it.
Yeah.
And that's the only ones in history that I know of.
That's so sick.
crazy.
Big things, man. Was Greco there celebrating?
Nope. Me and Jim have always been yin and yang.
Yo, that's crazy. Why, man? Just why?
Jim has never liked me, but it's here's the weirdest part. Jim's never liked me, but I've always been a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan that he's so mentally insane that I love it. I love that there's somebody who's just so, I don't even know the word besides out there wildly crazy that I can't help it but go like this. I want to know your next move.
Yeah.
I think
You guys are both too crazy, eh? It didn't mesh. Different kinds of crazy.
I don't know. Apparently I wasn't there when we were kids. So he was the adult of the whole relationship.
as a pigeon is shot out of an old man's mouth, a woman is shocked by what just happened. 1 minute, she's flying freely. The next, she's flying straight into his mouth while he's standing naked behind an old lady. And seconds later, she's launched out as he trips over a skateboard. All of this action has worked up an appetite. So the pigeon, whose name is Mary, activates her eagle vision to hunt for food. And there it is, a bag of French fries on the ground, just waiting to be feasted upon, which she does. She nearly finishes the whole bag before continuing her journey through the city. Turns out she had a bit too much and needs to release some weight. In other words, take a massive dump. At the same time, Vanessa Torres is attempting a frontside board slide on a nearby rail. She's so close, but the rail won't slide, no matter how much wax she adds. She's tried too many times already and knows that she only has one try left in her. She turns her back to the rail and walks back to the starting point. At the same moment, Pigeon Mary releases, and she releases a lot. If asked, which no one did since she's a pigeon, she would estimate that particular dump was half of her body weight. The dump lands right on the rail. Vanessa doesn't see it. She had her back turned. The filmer did, but he never got a chance to warn her since she was already headed towards the rail. And good thing he didn't, because the mix of Pigeon Mary's dump and Vanessa's wax was exactly what she needed. The frontside board slide. Nothing but perfection. In fact, it was later added to the Guinness Book of World Records as the best trick landed in the history of mankind, which led to Trump being sent to prison, where they didn't allow orange face cream. Putin got eaten by a bear, Ross and Rachel got back together, Pamela Anderson returned to Baywatch and ran slower than ever, and the Leafs won the Stanley Cup. And Ali returned to Lyon and landed a kickflip down the 25. Who placed that bag of French fries within Mary's sight? You know who did. CHPO brand, the worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches. Always doing it for the people. All right. You asked for it. Here's the Spanky question, man. Spanky wants to know if you'll tell us about the time you got beat up at the chillest Stevie Nicks and Hall & Oates concert.
Oh my God. You know, I was actually thinking about that story the other day. And it's so funny that Kevin still remembers that.
Mm-hmm.
Hall & Oates and Stevie Nicks. And there's maybe 15 of us. And my grandma died that day. So I was already a little mentally unstable. And I went to the bathroom. And I can't quite remember. I was taking a piss in the urinal. And some guy was whistling and singing. And then I said something. And he said something drastically back to me. And I went, "Youth Gone Wild." And I socked him. Dude beat my ass. And I punched him. I don't know what I was thinking. I just socked him. And the next thing I know, I was on the floor under the fucking urinal. And I came back to them. And I had a big black eye and whatever. And I was like, they're like, "What happened?" I go, "I don't know. I yelled, 'Youth Gone Wild.'" And the next thing I know, I'm under a urinal and got beat up.
Oh man, so you lost it.
That's wicked, man.
Yeah, I think that I was just not in a mental great state that night.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty funny that Kevin still remembers that.
Yeah, that's a wild one. Just sucker punching a stranger. Don't recommend that one.
I wouldn't say that I sucker punched him. I mean, he knew that I was going to throw a punch. I was already, he could see my stance. It was just more or less, I wasn't stable.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't even want to punch him. It was more or less I wanted to get punched. And I think that he did the job.
All right. Well, sounds like you probably have a million stories with that squad, but what's one of your favorite tales from the road, just from those days?
All right. So I'm going to be frank with you and tell you the honest truth. I have ADHD so bad that I don't remember anything. I pretty much have dementia, where my life is kind of, I live day by day, a blessing and a curse. I don't remember the past, and I just go by whatever happens that day. So unless somebody brings up a story for me to remember, there is no stories. It's kind of all a blur in my head.
Well, what's the story behind the kick front board down Hollywood?
My favorite trick since I was a kid was a kickflip, and it always will be. I love kickflips. Obsessed with them. The day before that, my last trick, I think it was this is skateboarding, was the kickflip backflip. The run where I 360 flip, a 3-stair, and then kickflip backflip.
Yeah.
So that day, that's a 9-stair handrail. I went back there, and I was like, I've never kickflip front boarded a handrail. And first try, I got on it and slid it and got off. Second try, I slid it and got off. Third try, I did it to fakie and landed it perfectly. Fourth try, did it to fakie, landed it perfectly. Fifth try, did it to forward. Sixth try, did it to forward. And then the next day, I was like, oh, let's just go to Hollywood. So I got there and I did first try, I just kickflipped and kicked it out. Second try, kicked it out. Third try, slid it absolutely perfect, could have landed it, and was like, got it next try. And then it just overflipped and hit my head, and I'll never forget that I forgot.
You blacked
if that
out.
makes any sense. Oh, no. As soon as I hit my head, Atiba runs up to me and says, and I still have this giant scar right here, but Atiba runs up to me, and apparently I hit my head so hard that I was so, but I grew up a fighter, so knocking me out it's not questionable. You can hit me as many times as you want. I'm like Homer Simpson in that episode where he's just
the boxer.
But yeah. So I hit my head, but of course I refused to be knocked out. And so I stuck my head up, and Atiba sticks his hand behind me, and I said, no, don't worry. I got it next try. And he goes, no, you don't. We need to rush you to the hospital. And that's when I turned around and seen all the blood behind me. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize my head was gushing. Mm-hmm. So I get in Eric Ellington's car, and it's like me, Eric, and Atiba, and we're driving down Sunset towards the hospital. And we maybe make it like 2 or 3 blocks. And the last thing I remember is saying this. Hey guys, I can't see that building. Everything's going blurry. And that was it.
Damn.
Don't remember anything after that. And then when I came in there to get the staples out of my head, a week later, all the nurses were like, hey, baby. And I'm like, what up? Not knowing who any of them are. And they're like, you were so funny the other day. And I was like, what? And they're like, you were flirting with us while bleeding and fucking and throwing up at the same time.
Oh,
and
my
I was
God.
like, don't remember any of this.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's scary, man. So what happened? You just have like a gnarly concussion?
Apparently, I just hit my head so hard that my brain just couldn't cope with what was going on.
Fuck. That's scary, dude. You're done with the flip front boards
What's
after
scary
that?
is how many kids I've seen kickflip front board it just for warm-ups. And I'm like, God damn it.
Times have changed, man. It's wild out here.
I know.
So fast forward
Thank
a bit.
God I did what I did when I did it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fast forward a bit. Baker let you and Spanky and Shane and Lenosi go. What was going on behind the scenes at that time? I feel like everyone probably had a different reason for being let go, but in your case, what was that like?
Well, all I can tell you is I don't know. It was the weirdest conversation I've ever had. It was the weirdest moment I've ever had. I don't even know. To this day, me and Andrew haven't even talked since then.
Oh, wow.
So I have no clue. Like, honestly, I don't even know how to answer that question because I don't know. I mean, I personally have let it all go and I don't care. You know, it's a job at the end of the day. It's not that just like if you were a CEO for some company or something and you get fired, it's at the end of the day, it's a job. And I have no clue where the relationship or everything ended.
How long ago was that?
Fuck, it must have been what, 2013 or 14?
So you and Andrew haven't talked about it or haven't talked at all since then?
Last I seen him was I went to Baker for premiere and we made eye contact and he ran away like a little girl.
Whoa.
Through a crowd. That was the last I've even seen him.
That's
Which
crazy.
I have nothing against him. I have nothing against anything. So I don't understand any of it. He's never followed me on Instagram. Baker stopped following me on Instagram, which was even weirder. And that was the end of those ties. Like, but I have nothing against any of them. I love all of them. I appreciate what he's done for me and what career he helped me build. But yeah, I've not spoke to him in easily 10 years.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
That's wild. You're still friends with the rest of the squad for the most part?
I'm friends with everybody. I talk to all of them. We're all still very much family. But I understand that, like,
except for Greco.
Greco was never family. He was Andrew and Greco were built different. Let's put it that way. And I respect them for being built different. And I'll never hate on either of them. I actually obsess over watching both them on Instagram because I'm like, wow, what legends. But they're just, we don't have anything in common. And I respect that.
Right. That's good. It's a fucking mature way to go about it.
That's still crazy to me, man. I don't know what the point of not chatting is, though. So after Baker, were there any other offers to ride for different board brands being a free agent?
There was, but I didn't care. There was people wanting to start new brands. There was people who already had brands and this and that. And I just didn't, I get it. Like, I love Stevie Williams. He got off of chocolate and started DGK. And then there are, you can build like that. Or I just felt like I was happy with what I did and what I can still do. Just like how my two favorite video parts I've ever created were after writing for anybody. And they were just solo Barracks and Thrasher parts. I just liked that over giving my attention to somebody else. It's not that I wanted to be a one-name branded thing, but I loved, and I still love, what Baker and what we did. That I wasn't willing or not willing to give that up.
You also made the move from Emerica to Supra. Were you on America still when the Baker thing ended?
Fuck, I can't
I
remember.
feel like that could have been awkward if you had to go on a trip.
We had an inside joke with America. So Jetski, who was the team manager, Jetski is the kindest, sweetest man ever. Worst driver of all time. He has to park 75 miles away from the actual store we're going to. Him and my lady might as well be the same person. But jet ski, we had this inside joke that if he asks you to go to Starbucks, you're fucked. And one day he was like, hey, you want to go to Starbucks? I was like, just give it to me right now, dude. Like, is it not working out?
No, that's code for we're breaking up.
Oh yeah. Shit.
It's not me. It's not you. It's me. Talk.
It's the budget, baby.
Yeah. So if you ever got the, I'm going to Starbucks, would you like to come? You were like, fuck, I'm getting fired. But I can't remember when that happened. But we were already on the rocks, me and America at that time, where I was not happy with them and they weren't happy, and we were kind of just arguing back and forth. So it was just more or less a mutual breakup. But definitely it was the Starbucks talk.
Damn. So you made the move to Super, man. How sick was that? The team was popping at the time.
It was, and I'm not going to say names, but there was some higher up people that we butted heads. And it wasn't over that we were butting heads. It was butting heads over girls. He wanted to fuck that girl. I wanted to fuck that girl. But the problem was I ended up fucking that girl and he didn't. And
savage, man.
The problem was that, yo, you can only have so much multi-millions, but I'm still a sexy motherfucker and I can't help it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, can't swerve his game, man.
Damn.
That's an all-time line right there.
Yeah, you had to reconnect with your boy Greco too, man. Fucking the dream team. That's amazing.
So you got to tour with Lil Wayne. What were those tours like, and what's a day in the life like on the road with Wayne and his posse?
Coolest thing ever. Best human being to walk this earth. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Besides, he's a legend, and everything that comes out his mouth or just does, you just go, wow, what a fucking genius.
I'd love to skate with him one day, man. That'd be hilarious.
We got to get him on the pod.
What time do you go to sleep?
No, I think I would have to wake up by the time he's going to skate.
It's my question now. What time do you go to sleep?
Answer the fucking question.
Midnight. So I can't skate with him.
Okay, well then you'll never skate with Lil Wayne.
I know Midler told us like I'd have a better chance going to bed and waking up and going to meet him at 5 a.m. or something.
That's what I'm saying. So you're never gonna skate with him if you go to bed at midnight, because he goes skating at 2 o'clock in the morning till 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then he's done. Crazy. I don't even think the dude sleeps. Like, even his own bodyguard goes, I've never seen him work out. Why is he so buff? I'm with him 24 hours a day.
That's crazy.
He's on some next level shit, dude. He's honestly a superhuman and the coolest dude that walked this earth. The nicest guy ever. His birthday was 2 days ago. I texted him on his birthday, and he made a point to call me back in the middle of his own party. And I'm like, I'm not that important. Like, it's your birthday on your party.
Damn. The royal treatment, man.
Yeah, what a good guy.
So on this pod, we love talking about illegal tricks. You've done some crazy ones in your day.
Dolphin flip.
Dolphin flip. Yeah. You hit the people.
Anything that what's his name does.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about.
There's a lot of.
Can't remember his name. I just know that double flips, triple flips, quadruple, anything, fucking whatever. If you want to do a switch, double tray flip, like Shane O'Neill, I respect you. Anything else, go fuck yourself.
Hey, Bastion.
And the fucked up part is, and I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to say this. I actually like him. He's the nicest, kindest person ever. He's so beautifully beautiful in person. But I just can't watch those tricks. I don't like when a board flips so many times that I think your ankle is going to break and all of a sudden you land it on the floor and you ride away.
Fair enough. Well, you dropped one that was definitely maybe in the illegal realm when you hit the people with the Manny shifty ollie out. What was popping with that one, man?
I totally forgot about that.
That one was unreal.
What was that? The 3 stair up, three down?
Yeah. Let's start a line with that one.
And then the backside foot fakey Manny.
The line, yeah, the second trick was awesome.
When me and Beagle used to get together, we would just do dumb shit. So it just probably came out of, fuck it, let's go.
That's a special meter was on high for that one, man. I respect it.
Oh, that's so funny that you like that one because we didn't even think twice about it. It just happened a million times over. I remember we landed the line like 20 times and then I almost kept getting hit by cars. And then we did that one and we were like, fuck it. Let's just keep it.
Dude, how fun is... I love that Beagle puts the old tapes out, man. Like, that shit is so entertaining just to watch sessions from the glory days.
That all comes from, I don't know if you guys have interviewed him yet. That's the genius mind of Brian Herman.
Yeah, we've had him on.
Brian Herman is, since we were kids, we didn't know if he was for real or just crazy, but he would tell us, oh, I just bought a brick of gold. I'm going to invest in this thing called fucking crypto or whatever. He always had these things before anybody else had them. And we were like, how the fuck did this guy see the future? Like, he just was always insane.
Yeah.
And so he went to Brian Herman, or to Beagle apparently, and said, I have this money. Let's start a YouTube channel. I'll give you 95%. Let's start a channel called Hijinks Net. And he goes, how many tapes you have? And he goes, Beagle was like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And he goes, have somebody start going through it. Let's fucking make a YouTube channel. Now Beagle's making a living off this YouTube channel and they're fucking phenomenal. And it's not just that, it's our lives for 15, 20 years. And Beagle filmed most of it. At all times, Beagle had his camera sitting right next to him while he was driving or anything else. And anything that was going on, the camera was put towards us, a homeless person, a this, a that. It didn't matter. And he just has hundreds of hours of just wildness. And it was something that the world needed to see. I love Hijinks Net. It's fucking perfect.
Same. So many moments on there. And you could just do like the other day I saw one where Antoine Fakey flipped like a 8 sidewalk that for some reason wasn't in anything. That was just so good.
That's what I'm saying.
But that shit just gets me hyped. Yeah.
But he has so much of that. It's insane. Where you're like, this is fucking mind-baffling of footage that never got used.
Yeah.
That all of us were just fucking around and just doing tricks, and Beagle filmed it all.
Yeah, Theotis had like a switch heel and a switch shove down like a 9 the other day that I never saw when he had a crew jersey on when he was like 3 feet tall. There's so much gold in there.
That's so sick.
Hell yeah. I didn't know Herman was behind it. That's so sick.
I still love him as Little Thithi, but he's not Little Thithi anymore.
he's Big Thithi.
6 foot fucking 3 and bigger than me.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I remember when we had a T-Bone. It was hilarious because I was watching one randomly the week that we had him on, and then Herman was doing the hard flip on like that, I don't know how many stairs, like the 7 or something, long, flat, and then the 2. And you were there, and you were pissing him off, and he was like,
"Oh my god! Hey, can we talk about that? Yeah. You said a 7 flat 2. No. I ollied that with all my effort. I pushed for a fucking mile to just ollie that set. Yeah. That's how big that is. When Antoine switch heeled it, when fucking Herman hard flipped it, that don't make sense. I think Andrew kickflipped it once and was like, that was the biggest kickflip I've ever done.
Dude.
It's that long.
Furby nollie flipped it.
Who?
I'm pretty, or did I make that up right now? Didn't Furby nollie flip that?
I'm pretty sure you made that up. Nobody's ever nollie flipped it.
Maybe I am tripping.
It's fucking huge. Like when you run and throw your board down and push fucking 12 times and you ollie it, you're like this. I'm hyped.
Yeah. Chima switch heeled it too. Antoine regular heel flipped it too. Dude, I'm pretty sure Furby nollie flipped it, man.
Which one? Hold on. Which one did Antoine do? I thought it was a switch heel.
Yeah, he did both, but he did heel flip before Baker 3 in a random part.
Oh, okay. It's so big. It's so big.
The Atiba thing was like Herman's trying hard flips, and then you keep like skating flat in between his tries on the flat of the double set. You're doing like varial heels, and Atiba's like gets frustrated. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" or something. It just made me laugh so hard. Just so random beef.
I don't remember that, but I imagine that's probably sounds about right.
But yeah, that was just a random moment.
I miss Atiba. I haven't seen Atiba in a while.
So yo, can you take us behind the scenes on one of your G's clips of all time? Front blunt kickflip in Miami down the famous hubba. I don't know what that spot's called, but call it White Hubba.
That's an insane trick for that thing.
Once again, this is where my dementia kicks in. I don't remember. Just another night.
I feel like that should have been your last trick, man.
Back then, I would just rifle them off.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can remember about that night, which is anybody who's ever been there, have you guys been there?
No.
It's only about 14 feet of runway. Like you're against a wall and you throw your board down and then you hit this high-ass hubba. That's all I remember. And that's why when I see like Stefan Janowski's switch flip backside 50-50 or any of these people with their switch shit, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because if you've ever been there, you don't even have fucking room to even put your board down. Mm. How the hell did you do that?
Damn, I didn't realize that. Banger.
Yeah, that trick is unreal, man.
That thing's gone, right?
I don't know. But we've never been there, and we've been to Miami a bunch.
I don't think it was ever skatable when we went.
The problem is that, you know, most people go to Miami, they go to South Beach, maybe downtown. And then after that, they forget that, like, if you go into the hood, there's a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm. Nah, we didn't forget, but just never made it there. So what's next for Braydon? What you got planned for us? What's in the future? What can we expect to see from you?
Only the future fucking holds the answer.
All right.
I mean, I live day by day.
Nothing you want to plug or anything that's coming up? Open beer, baby.
Open beer.
Let's go.
It's our new adventure. But besides that, happy hour shades, always We're always creating. We're always doing something new. So I don't know what the future is going to look like. I just know that let's keep going forward.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Feel the heat from here.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost. And this week, we're honored to be brought to you by my favorite board brand in the game. Of course, it's Real Skateboards. The only boards the Bunt gang rides. You dig? The Real crew has been out on the road filming for their next full length, and it's looking like another classic in the making. I heard Mason and Ashad went crazy while they were just on a filming trip in DC. Ayo, Jim, how much longer do I have to get a clip in there? Mason, bruv, you need a trick in your part? I got you, B. Real also just dropped their Fall 2 line with pro boards from K-Walks, Zion, Nicole, Patrick Proman, Mason Silva, and an E30 themed iShod collection with 2 boards and a tee. Damn, what a stacked team. Find their boards at Plus, Labor, Faith, Borders in the US, and at OK Skate Co., Exo, and So Hip in Canada. We got one section left, a little rapid fire. You ready?
I was waiting for this. Nick told me that you guys are going to rapid fire me.
Yeah, you ready?
No, because I'm not a genius when I've been drinking all day and doing my thing.
Favorite skater?
At the moment or in life?
Either. You could do both if you want. In life, usually, though.
Well, in life, it'd be Tom Penny, Kenny Anderson. At the moment, I can't even say his name, the cat from New York that does switch frontside flip one-footers.
Ooh, Antonio Doral.
Unbelievable how good he is.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his last name. Yeah, see his new part today? Sure. It's crazy.
No, I didn't, but I'm definitely going to watch it after this.
Yeah, Quarter Snacks, check it. Banging. All iPhone. Favorite video?
Virtual reality. Or Welcome to Hell.
Nice.
Or Baker 3.
Favorite video part?
Well, I don't want to give him a shout out because he's kind of a dickhead. But I would definitely say Jamie Thomas, Welcome to Hell. It's what got me into everything.
That's awesome.
The Chief.
The Chief.
Favorite style?
Everybody? Skateboarding?
No one more than anyone else?
I love skateboarding. If you skateboard, you're already my favorite style.
That's dope.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
Chad Muska.
Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Of all time, if he'd put down the craziness and get back to what he was doing, it'd be iShod War.
Damn. What do you mean? Is he not still the GOAT these days?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, coming from a guy who decided that alcohol and drugs and everything else were more important for a while. Not saying that he does. I'm saying from me, I chose violence. iShod has more talent than any human being I've ever seen. You walk runways, you do your thing, have no problem with that. But you're still the baddest skateboarder on the fucking planet.
Agreed.
He can do shit that nobody else ever seen.
Yeah.
And he looks sexy while doing it.
Yeah, I would love another Ashad Sodi type of year. I think he's got it in him. Favorite trick?
Kickflip.
For sure.
Hardest trick for you?
Hard flip. Or Enguardo.
The fuck's that?
Do you guys
What?
know what an Enguardo is?
No.
No.
You don't know what an Enguardo is? God, you guys are young bucks. Nollie inward heel flip, an inward heel flip, a switch inward heel flip, a fakie inward heel flip, an Enguardo.
Okay. Never heard that before. Wait, how old are you? You're probably like our age or a year or two older.
Well, I turned 42 on Friday.
Oh, 40. Okay.
Years.
5 years younger than you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
5 years makes a big difference in skateboard world.
Yeah. Most illegal trick.
Everything. I'm not going to say his name, but everything that he does.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
What's your favorite clip that you've ever gotten?
I have two favorite clips that I've ever gotten. One was in Baker 3. It was at LA Banks, LA High. I did a 5-0 and I went around the corner to fakie.
Oh, yeah. That was tight.
God damn, that was so satisfying. The feeling was like, And then the second one would be, what is that video park called? What did we used to call Beebles Park? Whatever. But I did a Caballero flip, switch manual, 180 out.
Oh.
I probably put in 12 sessions on that, each session being at least 2 to 3 hours, where I would throw up right on the landing because I couldn't walk anymore and I was fucked. In total, it was maybe around 7,000 tries.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's a lot of dizziness right there.
So to me, when I finally landed, I still look at that footage and go, I did that. Never going to try that one again, but I did that. And then I see fucking Nija, your fucking homie. He does it easily. And I'm like, God, I hate you.
Did you see...
and then he goes and fucks like 12 girls at the end of that. And I'm like, dude, what a goddamn great lifestyle.
Yeah.
He goes and DJs in his fucking closet afterwards with 45 girls around going.
Did you see the homie, I think his name's Akwasi on A6, who did cab flip Fakey Manny a little while ago, maybe like a year or two ago?
How ridiculous was that?
That was insane.
And I don't know how many hours he put into that, but bless his heart. Wow.
That's fucked
I
up.
would love to know.
Talented motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious. Call fucking Brandon Beeble. Call Guy Mariano. Call any of these people who had to film me for hours and hours and hours, just going, is he gonna actually do it? Thousands of cab flips, landing it, going halfway, putting my fucking board down. And it was, by the end of that, I'm pretty sure I could have cab flipped 100 stairs. I was so on point with that trick. And it just, out of nowhere, one day happened like 8th try.
Damn.
Crazy.
I gotta watch that part again. What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
There is no trends. When I was a little kid, I tried to dress like Jamie Thomas. When I got older, I dressed the way I always wanted to, but I just didn't know how to. But I finally started making money. So there was no 501s anymore. And now I just do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. There is no trend in my life.
Respect.
All right.
What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
Honestly, it's not the gnarliest trick. It's the gnarliest slam. We were in South Africa, and Grant Taylor, we were skating a pool, or maybe it was Australia. I think it was Australia. And he didn't realize there was, the box for where the shit goes in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, there's like a filter in there, maybe.
Filter, thank you. And he was riding around the deep end, and he just dropped in, and his wheel was right into that, and he went all the way to the floor. And I remember just going, oh oh my God. Like, this is the gnarliest slam I've ever seen.
Fucked.
Damn. That's pure pain.
But so it's not the best trick because I've seen everything go down. I was there when Andrew backside heel flipped the big 5 and I tried to fakie flip it and I landed on my board, but I hit the last stair. And then right after Herman hard flipped it. So it was us 3 in a row. And I've seen some of the most groundbreaking tricks of all times in person, but I don't recognize them as that. I recognize it as high fives, hugs, hell yeah, let's get a beer. We're celebrating. Time is amazing right now.
Love that. What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
What's a bunt?
When a homie claims a trick and just flails some bullshit out there, like has no chance at whatever they're trying.
Never heard that term, but I never seen that.
You never had a homie claim something that they had no business trying?
No, homies claim something and then they never do it.
Yeah.
They don't even try it.
You could, that passes as a bunt too. What's like the craziest claim you've heard?
Since we were kids, that was a big thing back in the 90s. Oh, I'm going to go kickflip this set. And then somebody else does it. Fuck that dude. I can't believe that dude did that. And you're like, you just claimed it. You didn't do it. He actually went for it.
Yeah. Do you have a specific one that comes to mind?
No offense. I love you, my cousin Ragdoll. But he used to claim a lot of things. But no, we all had things. If anything, it would be whatever that word is.
Specific?
Thank you. Whatever you said. It would be me claiming shit and then not doing it.
Like what? What's one of your worst claims / bunts over the years?
I remember it was Super Bowl, and I claimed that I was going to go backsmith the UCL 15. You know what I'm talking about? The one that's a 10 stair, but it's a 15, the rail, and it ends.
Oh, does it go sideways? Like Heath tail slide to regs?
And then it goes that way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Where you could really get locked up. I went and tried it on Super Bowl, just me and Atiba. And I landed on it. And then, because it used to be next to the cop station. And I claimed that I was going to go back because we got kicked out by the cops. And then I was going to get cover of Transworld for it.
Damn.
And that didn't happen. And then now I just seen like 4 people do it. I think Deshaun or somebody backsmithed it, warming up. Fucking U2 or Yoto or whatever his name is. Fucking he backsmithed it, warming up.
Oh shit.
Yo.
I'm not lying, yo. Fools just do this shit for breakfast.
Yo.
Times have changed,
What's
bro.
his name?
I'm done, bro.
Yuto. Donald always gets roasted for saying people's names wrong, so he's hyped.
I always do
He's
that.
hyped
Dude.
you just butchered that one.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember anything.
That was awesome.
I can't even remember the first question you guys asked me.
Oh, shit. This has been a blast, dude.
All right, I got one for you. What's the last new trick you learned?
Fakey manual or fakey tray flip, fakey manual, fakey kick flip out.
Damn. Holy
The
shit.
fuck, bro? On some shit.
That's why you call him
I
Day
like
One,
it.
huh?
Well, duh, I had to talk to the 2 idols, Kenny Anderson and Day One.
That's crazy.
That's fucking gangsta. Dream job after skating.
Working and doing things with Thrasher.
Oh, that's dope.
Nice. Favorite local brand.
Happy Hour Shades.
Okay.
Perfect.
Favorite local skater?
Frankie from Vegas.
Crazy Frankie?
Yeah, Crazy Frankie.
Hell yeah.
Love that dude.
That's wicked.
He's so gnarly.
Yeah, he's epic.
What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
All of them.
Say less. Favorite teammate ever?
I mean, I'm just going to say Brian Herman
Okay.
because me and him talk every day. And I respect him
Nice,
more than
that's
anything.
Love that. That's awesome to hear. Worst teammate ever?
Leo Romero or Heath Kirkpatrick.
Oh, damn.
Any explanation necessary?
They're both dickheads.
Jesus Christ.
And not in a bad way. They just are shit talkers. Like, at least this. At least Jim Greco knew he was a dickhead and he respected that. Leo and Heath are just assholes and you just have to deal with it like this. Am I tiptoeing you around you guys?
Yeah. You know what? This is a huge side thing, but I feel like that's why I always loved Kobe, because he was a dick too, but he wasn't trying to pretend he wasn't. Whereas I feel like LeBron is an asshole, but tries to be this perfect nice guy. So it's kind of more
LeBron is the biggest
annoying.
pussy in basketball.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
And no, and the thing is that I have respect for LeBron because he was always nice in the times I met him, and he always posts on Instagram him listening to Yellow Wolf, and I love that because he says that's one of his favorite fucking artists, which Yella and me are like best friends. But god damn it, dude, I hate more than anything soccer and basketball and fucking any sport where a fucking punk ass gigantic man gets touched with a finger and they act like, oh my God. And then I watch a fucking dude fall down 40 stairs and get up and go, it's okay, dude, I got this. And then run back up the stairs and try it again. And you're like, what a fucking legend.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. LeBron's a soccer player out here, man. But we got sidetracked, but I love that we went there. Thank you for that. Worst company?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, dude, I just pay attention to Thrasher. I don't fucking know this or that or whatever. I'm just obsessed with Thrasher and skateboarding.
What about, it could be from back in the day too, though.
Couldn't tell you.
Neckface didn't prepare you for this part, man? The last 4 questions?
He did, but he was saying Neckface answers, which are super witty and super question and within a split of a second. I mean, I already gave you the fucking dirt. I said Heath and Leah.
Yeah.
How much more do you need from me? I'm already going to get heat for just saying that.
Okay, so no worst company, or we could come back to it maybe if you think of something.
I'm not going to think of something. I'm telling you, I don't know, because back then everything was cool. Toy Machine was cool. Fucking Plan B was cool. Fucking Baker was cool. Bootleg was cool. Like Shorty's was cool. Like it was, everybody was there together. You know, even World Industries with Flame Boy and whatever, it had its moments.
Oh, that shit was wicked.
Like if you want to say the worst, no, I can't say that Pal Peralta was the worst because it had its moment. It was just a dying breed when I was in the 90s.
What about
and
what about
2000s?
What about Blueprint when they tried to do Blueprint 2.0?
Never even heard of it.
All right. I mean, there's so many whack companies, dude. Monster Trucks.
Like I said, I've never heard of any of these people.
Monster Trucks?
I've never heard of them. When I go to a skate shop, I've never even heard of 90% of the boards I don't even look at because I'm like, I've never even heard of this company.
Yeah, no, I know that happened to me.
And I couldn't even tell you the companies because I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we'll keep it moving. Worst trend.
Piss drunks, 2000s.
Off the chug. That's amazing. Oh, that's a clip right there. Worst style.
We're not dropping names. Skip that question.
Oh, dude.
That's a dickhead question. You know that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You take a shot at someone that pissed you off or something.
Man, nobody pisses me off. Because the thing is that either I've been smacked or smacked the people who piss me off. We don't have any beef anymore.
Yeah. But when you watch a skate video, there's no one that you're like, that dude has shit style these days or back in the day.
I just said, next question.
Chad Fernandez.
Wow. Dickhead.
All right. This is the last question, Braydon. Who's the last person you want on the sesh?
Myself.
Okay. Explain that one.
I'm the biggest shit talker there is, so.
Well, apparently not. You just dodged every question with shit talking, except for one.
I'll either ruin the day for myself or ruin everybody else's day. I remember there was a session, we were at LA something, the gap to ledge. Stevie Williams calls it church.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaquan?
Jaquan, thank you. And it was a Sunday or some shit like that, and the whole Baker team was there, and Riley Hawk was trying to trick. And I had a little buzz. I don't remember. And some fucking dude pulled up and started trying to talk shit. Some essay to, or not even an essay, just some dude, some Mexican dude to Beagle and whatever. And I jumped in front of him and I tried this trick, even though I wasn't getting close. And they were there to film Riley. And next thing I know, I'm just in this battle with this guy. And I was trying to like defuse it, but I also wasn't at the same time. And I realized right then, and then security and cops came and kicked us out. And I remember everybody looking at me going, Braydon, get the fuck out of here. Like, you kind of ruined this session right now. Riley was trying to do this.
Wow.
And like, you kind of blew it for him. And it turned, and so, yeah, I'm the worst person on the session.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Fair enough,
All right.
brother.
Or,
we have an or.
no, we're not gonna go into that.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, come on. Hit us
Nope.
with it. That's our
I
last
had
question.
other names, but no, there is no more or. I already name dropped enough
All right.
and talked enough shit.
Yeah, you killed it, man. Braydon, that wraps up the interview. Can't thank you enough for coming on the pod, man. That was a blast. Some serious laughs.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
It
player.
was good times. Can't wait to see how much trouble I get in from this, but
Oh, you barely even ruffled any
we'll go from
feathers,
there.
man.
I was trying to be kind.
You did good, man.
Job well done.
You've got mail.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickey's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922, from the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickey's. Ghost, we back in the post office. Who we got up first?
Hey, Dickey's just put out a little edit on Thrasher this week. Pretty tight. Check it out.
Okay.
Whole
What's it
squad
called?
turned up. I don't know what it's called. It was just like 3 minutes. It's just like a mashup of. It's called Dickey's Time Thrasher's Diesel Time.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So make sure to check that one out. All right. First up, we got an email from Jared Pauly. Dear Ghost, Dono, Ants, and everyone else behind the scenes making it pop. Greetings from
Michigan.
I'm not going to even try and say that first thing. That's got to be a typo. But anyways, if you had to take out the outsole from one shoe and the upper from another to create your ideal shoe, Frankenstein, which would you choose? I know it's Vans all day for you boys, but maybe choose something outside the checkered camp to spice it up, eh? I think putting the upper of an old school on the grainy looking outsole of the SB Blazer would be sick. All the best. Cheers to 10 more years. Yo, thank you. Okay.
That's crazy. 10 more years? Dude, what is what's the outsole and what's the upper? The outsole is just the sole?
I think so.
All of the rubber or vulcanized portion of the shoe?
I think so. I think that's what he means. And the upper is just like the look.
Yeah, just like the body or... Yeah, okay. That's an interesting question. What's your favorite sole? You know what I actually really like? Let me think actually for a second here. That's my favorite shoe of all time. I mean, I've been skating Vans for a long time. Gilbert Crockett's is a good one. But these people don't want to hear a corny Vans answer, do they? They want me to go outside the Vans box?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take the sole of the Alexis Sablone Converse, which is nice. Non-Vulc, but still flicks the same. And I'll put the body of... It's hard, man. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of what shoes we really liked as kids. We skated with some Circas and some Lakais as kids. Maybe I'll do the sole of the Alexis Sablone and the body of the Lakai Manchester. So that's a Frankenstein if you've ever heard of one, man.
Yeah. I'll hit the sole of any Asics walking shoe just for that max comfort. And the body of a D3, man. Let's bring it back with some extra comfort. Get a session like that. I'm not taking this question seriously.
What is your, outside of Vans, obviously we skate Vans like Rowans, Gilberts, that type of stuff all the time. But growing up, what was your favorite skate shoe? Or better question, what shoe did you want the most at the time? You know when a new shoe dropped, like the Muska Circa dropped and you're like, I have to have that one. What shoe did you need to have as a kid? Yeah, the basketball
Costin
one was
threes.
wicked.
I just stared at them on the shred wall all the time just because they look like a basketball shoe. And I was skating and playing basketball. It just looked like the perfect combo.
Yeah, very cool shoe. For me, it was the Reynolds America, the brown ones. Remember when brown shoes were all the rave? That was wicked. All right, thanks for the email. Next up, we've got a voice note from Andrew Hartman. Let's take a listen.
That's my word, fam. Two-time MVP for the Crody, Josh Allen, boy Tumaza. What's going on, gentlemen? Drew from Buffalo here. I'm going to make this quick. First off, I want to thank Safa. He helped me learn some things about myself that I needed to change and just kind of overcome. I thought to myself this week, I said, Self, how can this guy say, fuck the Bills, and then 8 minutes later in the same episode say, we love Buffalo? I thought to myself, how can this guy hate a team that is geographically the closest to the city that he lives in by a lot? I thought to myself, Self, how can this guy hate a quarterback who is one of the most exciting and dynamic with the ball in his hands of all time, who, oh, by the way, in his free time, builds entire wings at children's hospitals in the name of his grandmother in the city that he is vowed to play in for the rest of his career? Then I paused and I said, Self, it's not your place to judge. You can't judge another ball knower's path. That's their path and their cross to bear and their journey to take on their own. So don't you stand back there and judge. That's exactly what I'm doing. So I apologize, Safe. If you want to be a Steelers fan this day and then kind of cruise over and be a Chiefs fan this day and then say, no, actually, you know what? I think I fuck with the Patriots. Actually, you know what? I think I'm an Eagles fan. That's not on me to judge. That's on you to enjoy. So this is a formal apology. You know I got nothing but love for y'all. Donna, you already know what time it is. That's gang shit. That's Bill's Mafia. That's Warpath. So you know what type of timing we on. All right, real quick. Donovan, I need a prediction for a few teams that you think, or if any, will finish behind the Buffalo Sabres this season in the NHL.
Oh.
And then, gentlemen, freshly divorced, I'm pulling up in Toronto, Dolo, looking for a few places where I can find my next bride. Looking for a real bad thing. In general, when I pop out, you might see me at Bar Vendetta. I might go to Bar Poet, Little Jerry, Black Dice, Lulu Lounge. I'm outside. I tend to be outside, but I need some new stomping grounds. So where am I going to find my next wife? Appreciate y'all. Season is killer. Bills gang won.
Dude, how have we only heard from this guy just now?
Yeah,
Drew's been hiding in the wings, man.
One of my favorite voice notes in a long time. That was amazing, even though he started by coming at me. But I love how he started off by saying, let me be quick. And then it was like a 3-minute voice note.
2.5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was entertaining from start to finish. So I do appreciate it. First off, you can very easily like a city and you don't have to like the main sports team. I know Buffalo is deeply, ingrained with their football team. So maybe that's crazy to you that I could like the city and always have a blast when I go, but root against the team. Those aren't like mutually exclusive things in my mind. And two, yeah, I'm Steelers, baby. Don't play with me. You get me? We out here. But, we don't have a team here. I started watching football 10 years ago or so. I'm just a fan of the league, close, and then I picked the Steelers. But I love how he's calling me out for liking a handful of teams. No, hold on. No. Okay. What? First,
go on. You like the Titans.
Yeah, it took. Yeah, okay. I didn't know jack shit about football.
And then we switched to the Steelers. But in your defense, the Steelers are his team. He loves a lot of teams just because we are fans of the league. But when it comes down to it, he planted his flag with the Steelers.
Yeah. But I liked them even the first year I had Big Ben. And then, I love Le'Veon Bell, AB, that whole era. But I was just bouncing around, just getting to know the sport before planting my flag.
Yeah.
So we rocking with the Steelers. And I love how he's shouting you out as if you weren't rooting for the Patriots who beat up on the Bills.
Why we gotta talk about it, man?
I know, but he's
we weren't talking about my fandom.
Who he wants to call out for fucking being a fan of whatever. And then what did we move on to from that? Oh, I don't like Josh Allen. I have my reasons, but I don't want to get into all that. But the whole geography thing is another thing that makes no sense to me, and I just don't agree with at all. Proximity to a team, unless you're born and raised in the team in that city and it's just ingrained in you, then I don't think geography should have anything to do with fandom. I'm actually not a fan of that, and it's just one of those weird things that it's a much bigger discussion. But I think familiarity and lack thereof leads to a lot of bad stuff in the world, like wars, where it's Canada against whoever. We're rooting for Canada in the Olympics. And then it's well, okay, now we're talking sports. Well, no, my city's better than your city. It's just, the geography thing doesn't make sense to me. You can like whoever you want to like. But to the fun part, homie's divorce, pulling up to Toronto. Bro, he named some spots I've never even heard of. I think you're outside in our city.
Yeah, he's Pond Road more than us, bro.
But
So-
that is really exciting. I mean, as long as you're happy. But I'm excited for you because you sound enthused about a new chapter. Trying to think of where some recommendations though. Oh, Bar Bowie. He didn't mention that one. Should hit up Bar Bowie. You know what I'm saying? Hip, basement.
Oh,
fucking
yeah. I would,
cocktail lounge.
Yeah, like Kings West is a little bit young, but I think if you come over like Ossington, Dundas West area, it's a little bit older. So yeah, I would cruise along
We don't know how old
Ossington.
he
You might
is.
have some luck there.
Yeah. Upstairs. What's upstairs again? I'm blanking. Benito's.
Benito's.
Hit up the combo. Benito's and Bar Bowie. Yeah. Oh, good luck, man. Man's outside
Yeah.
still.
And then
What else was in there?
any teams who could potentially finish below the Buffalo Sabres, I'd say there's not going to be many. One of the worst hockey teams in the league. I'd say potentially the Islanders and the Blackhawks. And really, that's about it. Maybe the Ducks aren't possible, but really, you're headed for a high draft pick again. And I mean, we're 3 games into the season, and you're already... It's not good. It's not good.
For Buffalo?
For the Sabres, yeah. They're a bad team.
Yeah,
They got no scoring, man.
All
right.
we need a follow
Sick
up
voice
voice note from you though. That was epic. I don't think I articulated what I was trying to say that well about geography, but my point, all I was trying to say is I just don't think proximity to a city should have anything to do with it, or I don't believe.
But what do
in
you
that.
think if you live in the city? If you were born and raised in Buffalo,
That's what I said.
he should just
Yeah.
cheer for Buffalo teams. Yes. But if, say, he's
Yeah.
in Rochester, then he has the right to just cheer for whoever?
Yeah,
Or
I
should
mean,
he
you have
just
the right
cheer
to
for
cheer
Buffalo?
for whoever. Look at
No matter
trying to think
what.
of yeah, there's people that just cheer for random cities. Everyone has their reasons,
Yeah.
But of course, it makes sense if you're born and raised in Buffalo to be a Bills fan. But I was born in Amsterdam, Holland, raised in Montreal, and moved to Toronto when I was 10. I don't have to be a fucking Bills fan because
That's
it's
why he hates all the
2
Toronto
hours
teams.
away. Yeah, I got love for the Raptors and the Blue Jays. I watched that loss last night. That was shit.
That was tough. Tough, slow, painful death.
Okay. Next up, yeah, we need a follow up though. Thank you for the voice note. That was epic. Hayden Mick, what's up, you bunt clots? Would really dig if you guys would talk about baseball in the rundown. My Seattle Mariners are going up against your Blue Jays in the ALCS. Should be high octane. Our catcher's nickname is the Big Dumper. Y'all got a favorite skater homie nickname? Bro, that was not high octane. 3-1. Another fucking
Cal Raleigh
defensive
is the
battle.
guy too, and he hit a home run. I think we mismanaged that game last night. Didn't need to take our starting pitcher out after that first home run. Should have let him go a little bit longer, but we couldn't get a hit, and that's like our bread and butter is getting guys on bases, manufacturing runs, and just didn't happen. So the Mariners took game 1, but it's Monday afternoon. We're about an hour away from the first pitch of game 2. Hopefully turn it around because you don't want to lose 2 at home, and then we're fucking screwed. But yeah,
Is this
one of the
round
best
3 out of 5
nicknames
as well?
This is 4 out of 7.
Oh,
7
shit,
game
okay,
series.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a long
Right.
haul. But yeah, Cal Raleigh, the Big Dumper, the real MVP. Favorite skater homie nicknames. We have some good ones, like the Ghost has been around forever. We have a homie named 6-year-old. What else we got in the crew? I feel like we did this before because I remember talking about Shitface and Needle Dick.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this is a recent.
Yeah, but that was
question.
like the regret ones of all the mean ones. This is just more what's the
Oh.
a good one that we like.
Okay.
Skateboard Jake's
Back
pretty
in the
good.
day
That's
when-
stuck.
Yeah, back in the day when they would call Simon Hollywood was really cool.
Yeah.
Celebrity status Simon with all his wifeys.
Warpath.
Yeah, that was a good one. Gnarly
Collusion.
Nate. That one stuck.
Yeah.
What about a more famous one? Lizard King. I don't even know how that came about, but that's a legendary one. Ragdoll. Yeah, there's all sorts, man.
Yeah.
The Big Dumper's a wicked
Is
name.
that it for that one? Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Go Blue Jays, man.
All right. Yeah, we need it today, man. We need a win. Next up, we've got an email from Ralph. Dear Donovan, your day job is electrics. Have you ever considered tag teaming with Vancouver carpenter Ted DeGros to film some vlogs on your day job? I forgot what Safa does as a day job. Something on film sets. Maybe he could join in. Also, any good electric shock stories? Peace, Ralph. I didn't even know Ted DeGros was a carpenter, man. I've been talking to Ted DeGros for like 6 months trying to make an interview happen. He recently sent me a date, so a little spoiler could be in the works. Maybe we'll chat trades, but nothing yet. And Vancouver's quite far from Toronto, so I'll probably never see him on site.
Yeah, that's a funny collab, though. That'd be jokes. I would tune in. All right. Last but not least for this week, from Herbie Willis, 1 foot backside threes. Yo, what's up, the Bunt? Thanks for keeping the barns burning this season. Shout out and respect to Ants1 and Richie behind the scenes. Just wanted to ask about illegal 1 foot backside threes. Tyson Peterson opens his element piece part with 2 1 foot backside threes on flat, then off a curb, and I feel like when he does it, it makes them look 100 times better. Tyson just has that steez. Are they still illegal, or do you agree? That part and the whole video are great. Definitely one I rewatch, but it feels slept on because it was out in the modern era. Do I have a favorite? Do you have a favorite modern era full length? Maybe post 2015-ish. I gotta give mad love to the Shrimp Blunt, Loophole, New Doors, and have opened, and the Modern Skate Mafia videos. Finally, have you guys caught any of the new wave grime coming out? Keep killing it. Peace. Can't wait for the Bunt video, Herbie.
Bro, it's like 17 questions in one.
Need to use your commas and shit a little better. Me confused out here, but yo, I think he got confused because the 1 foot back threes. Hey, that shit was confusing.
The way he just chucked in, have you caught any of the new wave grime coming out? Just at the end, like, yo, I haven't asked enough. I'm just gonna fucking smash him with a bonus music question. That should kill me.
I know we called back 1 foot back threes illegal, but it's not the ones you're talking about. It's a very specific, like, ghost no comply back three that
like the Trent McClung style.
Yeah, Trent McClung did.
And
so
Colin
go watch
Brophy
that
did
one
it
in his
full
LRG
cap.
part. Fakey. Yeah. That is not what we're talking about when we say illegal 1 foot back threes. It's different. The one that Tyson Peterson just did is a normal 1 foot back three. Those are not illegal at all. Like Mark Johnson, is this that epic one he does? And yeah, right, I think. Anyways, those are perfectly fine. So I don't know what you're talking about. If you find, because I don't think people do that on purpose. It's just a hard trick to keep on your feet. I can't back three, so I'm not hating on no back threes except for those weird no comply ones.
And then a modern post 2015-ish full length. You have a favorite?
That's too tough. I just watched
That's
All
10
Right,
years,
Okay
man.
yesterday.
Is that a Vans video?
Yeah, it's the
Who
one
is
that's
that?
just
Justin
like
Henry and
Gilbert
someone?
and Elijah. No, Gilbert. Well,
Gilbert
Justin
and Elijah.
Henry's and Gilbert's part a lot, and Elijah, but I can't think that's too hard of a question. I'll just go with all right, okay.
I liked the hockey video that just came out with Nick Stain at the end. Diego started. Cruz Mosberg in the middle. I enjoyed that video.
Yeah, fucking Diego
That's
leveled up for that one. That was really sick.
Yeah, he went crazy. He dropped like 3 parts in a couple months there. He had that one, the Stussy one, and I think something else came out. Dude, current Sodi leader, Diego.
I didn't say that. Are you asking?
No, I just said it. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I haven't thought about that because there's no obvious picks right now. It's really hard.
It's an absolute mess right now.
Antonio Dural's probably in there too.
That's
Did he put a part out this year?
Yeah.
But was that Nike video last year? I can't remember. I don't know. I got to do some research and see what's popping. But I feel like a bunch of crazy parts are coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have been last year.
Someone's going to take advantage of this. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up this week's post office. Get your emails, voice notes, videos, you name it, into the buntlive@gmail.com. And, yo, Herbie, toss that email into ChatGPT next time you fire it over. Make it easier on the ghost, man. This is The Rundown, the skateboard world source for sports, brought to you by NFL Canada. Man, we mentioned this in the intro, but we are super proud to bring this contest to the people. We've done contests before, given away lots of product, but this is all time, man. Tickets to an NFL game of your choosing is unreal. So get those clips in, follow NFL Canada, follow the Bunt Live, hard post the clip so we can see it, and then we're gonna let the people choose between the Bunt's 2 favorites, man.
Good luck.
Yep. So last week, Safa and I forgot to log our survivor picks, but I'll have you know we both did great. I picked Indy, they won. Safa picked Detroit, got his first win of the season. Congrats. And then this week, I picked Green Bay, got another win. Flacco did his thing. It was close for like 30 seconds there, but we survived. Safa picked the Broncos, who went up against the lowly Jets.
I had the Broncos? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize how close I was to defeat.
And so Safa's a +2, and I'm still perfect on the season. Going into week 7, let's make our picks here, man. Let's do it quick because we got a lot of shit to get through.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get crazy with it and pick the Steelers on the road because we'll be in attendance. But I'm down 2, so I want to keep it a little safer. And I'm going to pick... Have I picked the Chiefs yet?
You take a gander. No.
All right, Chiefs
at home versus the Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders are about as bad as it gets right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've used KC, Buffalo, Indy, and Green Bay. This isn't a whole. We have an interesting Monday night game next week. The Lions and the Buccaneers. Whew. Shoot. Who am I gonna pick here, man? Rams and Jags. Oh, okay. I'll take the Patriots on the road against the Titans. They're going to have a new coach. They absolutely have no idea what they're doing right now. Throwing a new guy in this week is not going to help. All right, locked in. You got the Raiders. I got the Patriots. And let's just start with the Patriots, man. They took down the big bad Bills.
Yeah, I mean, that was last week. But sometimes teams get that fired their coach special energy boost for one game.
No, not this time. The Titans?
Yeah, no,
I don't think so, man.
It's a pathetic team.
Yeah. The Patriots are hot. They beat the Bills last week, knocked them off. Drake, maybe not, has putting together a bunch of good games here, man. What are the odds the Patriots slip into the playoffs here?
Oh, I think they're going to make the playoffs, man. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they have an easy schedule, if I remember correctly. Who'd they just whoop yesterday? Actually, that game was closer than it should have been, the Saints. But they still... Yeah. The refs were on crack in that game. That's what happened. Calling back, like, huge gains and touchdowns and shit, or trying to... the homie Booty went crazy. Couple beast catches. Got his booty
2
into
touchdowns,
the end zone a couple times. Yeah.
5 targets, 5 receptions, 93 yards. Dude, that's a game for Keyshawn, man.
Yeah. That Bills upset was crazy, though. I was not expecting that. And every time the script felt like, all right, now the Bills are just going to drive down the field and fucking take care of business. They kept getting stops, and it was very impressive. Drake May and Stephon Diggs kept making the plays. We out here, man.
Happy for Diggs there, have himself a big game. Sucked that it happened to the Bills. Crazy they did it in Buffalo. And the Patriots are they're no pushover anymore. Those are going to be tough games. It was beautiful when the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots were all awful. But, having a little bit of competition in the division is not always a bad thing, man. Speaking of big teams taking big losses, the Eagles. There's been some stress over there for the last half month. Worried about this offense going away from Saquon, not getting the ball to the wide receivers enough. And it's cost them 2 games because they absolutely have no identity on offense right now.
Yeah, no, that was... I feel like it was only a matter of time. I didn't think it was going to be the Giants that were going to...
Crazy.
Give them their first L. But that was epic. It's fun when New York teams are doing good for the most part. And the Giants fan base is in dire needs of some excitement and some wins. So good for them. Jackson Dart holding it down. Russell Wilson comes in for 2 snaps, gets booed. That was hilarious. Camp Scatteroo.
That was crazy.
Very entertaining game. Curious where the Eagles go from here. Because I had them at the top of my power rankings like 2 weeks ago.
This is the NFL. This is the world we live in. There is absolutely no clear favorite this year. Like with the Chiefs looking beatable, I mean, they did a number on the Lions last night. We saw that. But there's no like top tier team, like teams like the Buccaneers, terrifying. You got the Colts at 5-1. Which team you have more faith in, the Bucs or the Colts?
Well, I would say right now the Colts, but the Bucs at full strength. I always felt like there was Baker, like this fun regular season guy, could maybe get you a playoff win, but didn't have what it takes to go all the way or make a deeper run. And this year, with it feeling so wide open, especially in the NFC right now, I'm taking the Bucs as a more serious contender. Like once they get, now Ibuka's hurt, Godwin, Bucky Irving, and Mike Evans are all hurt, and to still get that W. Once they're at full strength, man, it's gonna be scary. So I'd say for like at full strength, I think the Bucs are scarier. But right now, I think the Colts probably a little more solid.
Your Pittsburgh Steelers, 4-1, top of the division. Heading into a game in Cincinnati on Thursday night, staring 5-1 in the eyes. We're going to go through an exercise. I'm going to list off the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule, and we are going to figure out what you believe their record will be at the end of the season. Okay. So Thursday night, we'll be in attendance. We thought it was going to be Burrow versus Rodgers. We're getting Flacco Rodgers. We're getting a throwback. 2 of the oldest quarterbacks in the world going toe-to-toe, and that's the game we chose to drive 8 hours to.
82 still be a blast. Combined age. Yeah.
I'm going to feel like I'm 82 by the end of it. All right. 4-1 right now. Steelers, Bengals.
5-1.
Packers, Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Oh, fuck. 5-2.
Colts, Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Ooh. 5-3.
Steelers at Chargers.
Oh shit. Let me take the Colts one back. 6-2, and now 6-3 with the Chargers.
Okay. In Pittsburgh versus the Bengals.
What was I at? Whatever. Plus
You were
one
at
in the
6
win
and 3.
column.
7-3. Steelers, Bears.
8-3.
Chicago. 8-3. Bills, Steelers in Pittsburgh.
I so want to say 9-3, but 8-4.
Steelers, Ravens in Baltimore.
8-5.
Dolphins, Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Not even close. 9-5. Those fools can't play in fucking cold.
So 9-5 is 14. Yep, 9-5. Steelers at Lions.
9-6.
Steelers at Browns.
10-6.
Ravens at Steelers.
10-7. And a playoff berth.
10-7 season and a first round elimination.
Probably. Say exact same thing every year, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Except it won't be Baltimore knocking them out. That's awesome, dude. That was a fun exercise. And dude, by the looks of it, a lot of those games are toss-ups. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get from the Colts. You never know what you're gonna get from the Chargers. Sometimes the Bears are a tough game. Who knows where the Ravens will be when you play them twice? You might be able to win both those games. That's my next stop. The Baltimore Ravens. Prediction for them sitting at 1-4 right now. When does Lamar come back? Is there a point of rushing him now? 1-5. Is there a point of rushing him? Because this is the thing. Like, I understand the Steelers are 4-1, but it's possible they catch them. 12 games remaining, and they get 2 games against the Steelers. Like, the Ravens could potentially win the division.
Yeah, I think the Steelers might hold on to the division. We'll see if they stay healthy. But I think, Baltimore goes into a bye week now. And then Lamar's already, they're saying he's back after the bye. And then their next 5 games are very winnable. So I think they get right back in the mix. Very slim margin for error. But I'm going to try and be positive for the Baltimore team and fan base and say that they figure it out and sneak into the playoffs. But yeah, they probably need to go 5-5 or like win 5 out of their next 7.
Yeah, they have to have a little bit of a run here. But this is a good time for it. It's quiet time of the season. Other teams are on buys. Hopefully they're getting healthy. Yeah. It
First
seems
game
like
back
now
after
there's
the
like
bye. Who the fuck? Am I tripping? Oh, Chicago Bears. Yeah. So
it seems like there's less
that's one of those
pressure on them now.
bipolar teams. Yeah.
Yeah. Titans fire their head coach. Shocking. I just don't know if it makes a difference. Is it gonna push the needle either way? Like what? Like if you were, it just makes absolutely zero sense. Like just fire him in the offseason then, and then have a new training camp with your new coach. Like this makes no sense. All it does is mess up the dressing room, mess up the coaching. For football, I'm not a fan of in-season firing. I don't see the point in it.
Yeah,
You're not saving.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been watching. Yeah, no, I haven't been watching Titans games. But
you're not gonna lie
is that. No, but I'm just saying everything I've heard about the coaching is that it's absolutely brutal, and they're not putting anyone in position to be successful. So sometimes whatever, rip the Band-Aid, but I just feel bad for Cam Ward and fucking basically everyone over there. Just no chance. Mm-hmm. But sometimes when a coach gets fired, a team gets superpowers. So maybe the Patriots have some fucking
superpowers in Tennessee, brother. That's not possible. They don't even have a star power. How are they gonna have a superstar power? This ain't happening.
Look at how they figured out that win against Arizona. Anything's possible.
Yeah, we'll see. They should fire their coach too in Arizona. That they should have fired them together. Should have been a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Sunday night game, Chiefs and Lions. I think this game turned its tide when they disallowed the Montgomery to Goff touchdown. That was it.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs went the other way, and it's over, man. You have to score touchdowns early against the Chiefs, especially when Mahomes is cooking. Like early in the season when they weren't doing so well, you got to make those red zone opportunities count.
Bro, you can't say the game was over after the opening drive.
Bro, I'm telling you, you have to score touchdowns against the Chiefs. It's been like this for years. Yeah, they should have just went
not
for it
so much
again,
last year
instead of kicking the field goal.
They took the second delay or whatever, so they were back to like the 10-yard line. But yeah, no. You can't say the opening drive getting a field goal is what lost them the game. But
I'm telling
was
you,
legit.
You have to pressure them.
Yeah, for sure. I understand your point, but the game's not over after the first drive, especially when you get 3 points. That was a nice trick play. He didn't report as a non-QB or whatever the fuck that rule was that I've never heard of.
No, he has to set his feet.
I think that was
a
statement game
the whole time.
Yeah, that was a statement W right there. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was saying the Lions were the top team in the league, and they just got manhandled. And we got Rashee Rice coming back next week. Chiefs are looking.
No, stop with the we.
Losing to the Jags.
It's disrespectful to your Steelers.
I didn't say we. And we got Rashee Rice coming back next week.
Yeah, you said we.
Didn't I?
In reference to the Chiefs.
Oh, did I?
Literally 1 second ago. Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that. I thought I said Rashee Rice is coming back. Or maybe I said we got Rashee Rice coming back. Whatever. Anyways.
Absolutely.
Very, very hyped on that win. I like both those teams, but it was just good to see the Chiefs have some swag again, because I feel like all last year they were just fucking a weird-ass team.
Last year it was a bunch of fourth quarter comebacks, one possession games. They flexed some muscle on Sunday night in Detroit, and yeah, it was good to see after losing to Jacksonville, but that just goes to show that this year there's no clear favorites, there's no elite tier. Like, the New York Giants laid a whooping on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's wide open, baby. Yeah, like, bet on anybody. Anybody could win this shit this year. That's what I'm saying. This could be the year the Baltimore Ravens get it done. That's my dark horse now. You know, that was
my Super Bowl pick at the start.
They get hot at the right time. This could be their year, man. A little bit of pressure's off because they've been playing like ass. Lamar got hurt. There's no MVP chat because he probably can't win it now because he's missed however many games and they're 1-5. We're talking about Mayfield and Danny Jones for the MVP. Like, it's Jared Goff's in consideration. Like, it's an absolute mess. And the minute we say one of these teams is looking great, they end up losing 2 in a row. So
I know, every time. The one team that is I feel like should be 6-0. The Colts should be fucking not have a loss, but I still think the Rams losing to Mac Jones obviously is not a good look. And then losing, who'd they lose to that other game? Oh, the fucking losing to the Eagles with 2 blocked field goals. Like, I just think if that team's healthy come playoffs, no one wants to see the Rams, man. They won't be making those types of mistakes.
No, they're an awful play.
By the end of the year.
Awful play. But now Puka's down.
Yeah, he's day to day. He'll be fine.
This motherfucker. All right, last thing on here, you want to talk about the 49ers injuries, man. They're piling up. They're the Lions of this year.
They just lost their 2 best players, basically, for the season. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, done for the season. Last year was the year from hell, and this one is already somehow worse. So it's one of the teams I love to root against the most. But when I already knew they had no real shot with Bosa down and Purdy's got this toe issue and fucking half their receiving core is done, I actually felt a little bad. Well, I hate to see injuries, period, so I feel bad for the man. But even the team, I felt a little bad, which is rare for me with those guys. But that was just like, their record's fine, but like that was too much for me, man. Kicking them when they're already down. So I hope those guys all heal up. But just very sad. 2 years in a row. Fire the whole medical staff. It's time to fucking try something new.
Any last words for the rundown? Jay's predictions?
Cincy, we coming. We driving out Thursday. It's going fucking down. You know what I'm saying? I might have people already make fun of me enough for it, but I will have a Bengals jersey on because I don't want to get my ass beat. And me and Donald got field access before the game. So, that was a requirement. So don't be fooled. I might have my TJ Watt jersey underneath, and I'll do the grand reveal at the end of the game if the Steelers win.
Yo, you gotta do that on the field, dude. It would be Gilbert Arenas in the stadium switching jerseys whenever he wants, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Shit. All right.
We're coming, man. I can't wait.
Super excited. Yeah. Showing up Thursday. Get to see the game and then sticking around for a few days skating. Cincy locals will hope to see you out there. And NFL skate fans, get those clips in, man. I know you want to go to a game. Football tickets are expensive, so let your boys treat you to a game, man.
Real shit. Good luck.